Hello and welcome back to your video coaching session. In this section, we're going to focus on formulas for custom fields. Let's get started.
Formulas for customized fields. You can customize your project schedule to display what you need. Project provides several fields that are customizable. The cost field, the date field, the duration field, the finish field, the flag field, the number field, the start field, the text field, the outline code. These are the fields which you can customize. So, however, it's important that if you're using interim plans, then project actually uses the start and finish fields to store data. So keep that in mind if you're working with interim plans in your project schedule. Now, project has three sets of custom fields. They're the task table fields, resource table fields, and assignment table fields. Each one is unique and cannot be read or seen by the other. So for example, if a text1 field is created for a particular use in the entry table in the Gantt view, details of that field cannot be seen in any resource views or assignment views. So let's go ahead and take a look at Microsoft Project. Now here we are in Project, and I want to show you a few things. So in this schedule we already have a customized field, but we're going to create another one. And if you go to the Tools menu option and select Customize and select Fields, we can then, we've already walked through this dialog box, we're going to take the text1 field and we're going to rename it. So we're going to click on the rename button and we're going to call this Progress and click on OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select the lookup custom attribute, and we're going to click on the lookup button, and we're going to add some values. We're going to add the value of on track, and then slipping, and then blocking issues. And we're going to set on track, since the majority of our task will be on track, to be the default value. So we'll check this box right here to use on track as a default value. Set default. Now on track is a default value. And then we're going to go ahead and close out of here. And we're going to set the graphical indicators for this. So click on the graphical indicators button. And we're going to set that equals on track, and we're going to set that to green, and the test for equals, and we're going to say slipping. Hopefully I'm spelling everything correctly, otherwise the formula won't work. And then the last one equals, and then blocking issues, and that's going to be red. And then we're going to go ahead and click on OK, and click on OK again, and we're going to go ahead and insert the custom field. Select, I'm going to hit the letter P, and I see progress indicator, and we're going to go ahead and give it a title, call it progress. Click on OK. And here's our column. Now you can see there's a drop-down box, and if I select on track or any other value, then or slipping, you'll see the graphical indicator that we selected, or blocking issues. If I double click on the title bar, the column definition dialog box pops up, and I'm going to align the data to the center. Click on OK, so all of these status buttons appear centered. Okay, so this is one example. Now let's do something different. Let's go to the menu option View and select Table Entry and select Cost. Okay, now we're going to right click on the heading for the baseline column and insert a new column for text 2. So right click, insert column, hit the letter T, go down to text 2, select that, go ahead and click on OK. Now we're going to right click and select Customize Fields, and then click on the Formula button. Now here you see there are fields from Microsoft Project that we can use. These are fields that come inside Microsoft Project, and there are functions that come inside Microsoft Project that we can use. I'm going to go to General and select If. Oops, I selected a field accidentally. Let me delete both of these. Go to Function, select General, select If, and we're going to insert a formula here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the expression here by double clicking on it. We're going to select the cost field, cost, and when cost is greater than 10,000, then we're going to show, double click on true part, and we're going to show the cost field. You can always type these fields in, but I find it easier to just select it like we're doing rather than having to type it. And if cost is greater than cost, then cost. If cost is less than, then it's going to be, we're going to show the word low. So I type low in here. And what this is saying is that if the data in the cost field is greater than 10,000, then show the data in the cost field. Otherwise, show the word low. So we'll click on OK, telling us that we're changing the data in that field. That's OK. And then we'll click on OK again. So you can see that the ones that are less than 10,000 currently show low. Now let's add graphical indicators. We want Project to give us a signal with a graphical indicator, or a stoplight status, or traffic light. There are different ways to describe it, depending on the cost range for each task. So firstly, we'll create a new table to view our results. So we're going to go to View, we're going to select Table. This shows you what table you're selecting. We're already in cost, so we go to Table. Normally you're in Entry, and we're going to select, let's see, More Tables. We're going to click on New, and let's call this table Cost Stoplight. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some fields in this table. The first one we'll add is the ID, and then we'll add the task name, and then we'll add cost 1, and we'll also add cost. These will all appear to the right, and I'm going to set the width for this to 36 and the width for these to 13, and I'll set the title to this to be task name. I'll set the title of this to be warning, and I'll set the title of this to be total cost. Everything will be aligned centered, and I want the headers to wrap if needed. We'll also auto adjust the header row height, and we'll go ahead and click on OK, and then click on apply. And here's our table that we created. We see the task, the warning, and the total cost. Now let's say we want to apply tests to a task, basically warning the cell which will show a graphical indicator in that cell for the condition using some Boolean arithmetic. For example, if the cost is greater than 10,000, we'll show a red circle, and if it's less than 5,000, we'll show a green square, and if it's between the two, we'll show a yellow diamond. So to do this, we have to customize the warning cost, which is this column here, and we're going to change it to show graphical indicators. So what we need to do is right-click on the header, the warning table, and select Custom Fields, and then we're going to select the Graphical Indicator button down here, and we're going to go ahead and add our graphical indicator fields. So what we'll do is we're going to select, the first one is, we're going to select is greater than, and basically, and then we're going to type in the value 10,000, and we're going to show the red sphere. And what we're doing is we're asking Project to tell us if the value in the warning field is greater than 10,000 to show a red sphere. The next value we're going to do is less than or equal to, and we're going to select 5,000, and we're going to show a green square. Let's see, we'll select this one. And last but not least, the next value we'll select is we're going to test for is any value, which is down here. And we'll leave that as all. And we'll change the graphical indicator to yellow diamond. Then click on OK, and click on OK. We see here that they're all green squares, indicating that the values in each cell is less than 5,000. So actually, when I roll over these cells, you can see they all say 0. If I click on a cell and change the dollar amount to, let's say, make this 20,000, then it's red. And what we're going to do is, these are all appearing green because we don't have any data in the cell. But what we're going to do is we want the total cost value to populate these cells. So if we highlight the total cost column and right-click on it and select Copy Cells, and then we right-click on the warning column and select Paste Special, and we paste a link to the data so that the data in the total cost will show us graphically the impact immediately. Click on OK. And so that pasted it. And we can see here, now these values are the same as this column. Anything greater than 10,000 is red, and anything less than or equal to 5,000 is green. And we don't have any yellow, we don't have that much data here, but I could, let's change this to 6,000. And that changed this to yellow. So now the data in the warning column, let's actually center this. We can click on that to center it. The data in the warning column, the graphical indicator, is reflecting the values graphically that we see in the total cost column. So these are specific methods that you can use. Again, you can be creative in Microsoft Project to apply your formulas. So let's go back to our PowerPoint presentation. And let's talk a little bit about what our homework is. First of all, I want you to take a look below at another video I have, which is on stoplight status. Some of you may have already seen this video, but this shows you another formula that you can use. And when you feel more comfortable using formulas, you'll see that basically you can be as creative as you can think. Whatever ideas you have, you can apply. There's a lot of flexibility that we have with creating custom formulas, creating custom fields that use formulas. So look at that video, and then I want you to go ahead and create a custom field using a formula from this lesson, the stoplight status lesson, or create your own formula and test it. Make sure the formula works. Then I want you to change the Gantt chart to display different values. Actually, let me go back and show you that. I think we skipped over that. Let me show you how to do that really quickly. Going back to our project schedule. Actually, we're going to create a new schedule here. And we're going to add, we're just going to call this task A, task B, task C, task D. So you get the idea. These are your tasks. And we're going to have a resource called Kumar and Anita and Kim and Kumar again. Okay. So in this example, what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom field. And first we're going to need to identify tasks assigned to Kumar. And how we're going to do that is we're going to insert a column, and we're going to insert the flag column. So if we come here, type the letter F, scroll down to the flags, select flag 1, call this Kumar, and there we have that. If you turn the filters on, you can create a filter really quickly to show you if the resource name column contains Kumar, that's what we want to see. So we have 2. And we can turn this flag to yes for those 2. Okay? This is one way to approach identifying this person. Now let's turn the filter off. And we're going to, let me set this to no. We're going to go ahead and create a custom field. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on this column, select custom fields. We're already on flag 1, and we're going to create a formula. And the custom dialog box opens up as you see here, and our field is selected for flag 1. And we're going to go ahead and enter a function, the general function if. We're going to check to see if a resource name is Fred, then we're going to set the flag to yes. So if we double click on expression, select the field text resource name, and then equals, actually, I'm sorry, I said Fred, equals Kumar. So we're testing to see if the resource name equals Kumar. And if it does, the flag will appear as yes. And if it doesn't, the flag will appear as no. So this formula will automatically change the resource name for us. Click on OK, click on OK, and you can see that the 2 resources who are Kumar have changed. Okay, now let's look at changing the Gantt chart. If we go to the menu option Format and select Bar Styles, we can see what our current bar styles look like, as you can see over here. You can scroll down and see all the details for how our Gantt chart is set up. So from, let's say, under Project Summary, if I click on this under Project Summary and click Insert Row, it just inserted a blank row. And I'm going to type a name for that blank row. And I'm going to call it Kumar. And then I'm going to go over to the appearance, and I'm going to select a color. We'll use green. For the bar. Actually, we'll leave the start shape black. And then we're going to go over to the show for tasks. Actually, I want to fill this bar. Give me 1 second. The pattern will be solid. And the shape, yeah, that's fine. Okay, and we're going to select the which field it's going to be for, and that's going to be, let me scroll down here, for the flag 1 field. Okay. Click on OK. And now you can see Kumar is seen as green in the Gantt chart. And if I went ahead and, let's just say I copy this and paste it down here, and copy these names, paste them here, copy these names, paste them here. Anytime that there's a Kumar, it automatically changes green. So this is how you change your Gantt chart. So again, work on the homework. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.
So there you have it. Take a look at the homework below and make sure you look at the second video as well. This will help you to understand the essence of what you need to know for using formulas in Microsoft Project. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My information is below, and I look forward to seeing you in our next session.